I don't know how the attorneys actually allowed for that. Maybe that's how Amber Heard got her attorneys, and that's why maybe some of the more experienced attorneys didn't want to actually do the case because they're all like, I'm not touching this. This is crazy. You have nothing. You have no evidence to back up your claims. What's your evidence? No evidence. Virtually nothing. And yet she, insisted on going through, something like this really should have been settled. That's how I look at it. Amber Heard, I will put out a statement saying that this never happened. I got caught up in the Me Too movement and I said some things that are not true. Please, accept my apology. If she would have done that, I think, especially initially, early on when she started to claim all this stuff against Johnny Depp, if she would have done that, I think most people would be like, oh, all right. And stop saying untrue things. But to actually go through with it and all the depositions and all the whole trial process and everything leading up to the trial, what you see with the trial is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much discovery involved in going to a trial, in a lawsuit. So all of this should have been brought up then, and it should have been settled out of court then. And then, maybe pay Johnny Depp, in the settlement, in addition to the statement that Amber Heard would make. In addition to that, you actually maybe pay for some of the damages. Maybe that's $10, $15 million, whatever. And maybe it is more than what she'll end up paying Johnny Depp here. But what she paid for her attorneys, even those attorneys, she probably paid. One legal expert I saw said that Johnny Depp's attorneys were probably paid in the ballpark of like $10 to $20 million. And Amber's probably paid maybe in the lower end of that. But still, she had to pay all that money, go through this entire process for what? And have the entire country hate you. If she would have just came out initially and just been like, yo, I got ahead of myself and I said some things that just were not right, just not true, She could have just nipped it in the butt initially and not have to deal with all this. It just goes like to show you how, I guess, deranged Amber Heard apparently is, that she insisted on going through with this ridiculous trial, even though she had no evidence and was apparently at least surely fabricating a lot of it and surely embellishing all of it. It really is surprising. Maybe it's some of her attorneys. I don't know. Maybe her attorneys were like, hey, if it goes to trial, we get to be famous and we get more money. And, if this gets settled, we'll probably only get a few $1 million instead of getting $10 million. It could be something like that. But it's just unbelievable how this actually went to trial. It makes no sense. She had no case. You don't go to trial when you have no case. You go to trial only when you you have a case where you can actually fight, or you have nothing to lose, like maybe a murder trial or something like that. Where, hey, you're either going to spend the rest of your life in jail or you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail and maybe the death penalty. It's like, well, okay, I'll just go and try. Go for the, go in the trial and just see if I can get a jury to buy it. That's what sometimes happens with a murder case. Not one of these. It's similar to like The Art of War, right? Where when you are equally matched, that's when you go to trial. That's when you actually battle. That's when you go to war. You don't go to war. You don't go to trial when you know you're going to get your ass kicked. If you're making big accusations, you need to have big evidence to support the big accusations. Simply and merely saying, well, I said it, so you should believe me. That might be good for your mom, might be good for your dad, might even be good for your therapist, okay? But it's not good enough in a court of law.